G'day guys, it's Ben again, here to bring you another video. This one is going to be looking at an organic pest control for rats and mice. So I'm sure most people have heard that there are way more rats and mice in the world than there are people, and the populations are only growing. I can remember growing up and I can remember seeing the rat plagues and the mice plagues that swept across rural Victoria, and they keep coming back as well, those mice. Incredibly difficult to control them because unfortunately the way that we live simply is very inviting for the rats and the mice. So quite amazing what some of the people in rural Victoria and South Australia and rural New South Wales go through with those mice plagues. Incredible. One of the things that we've got to think about is how do we then control that stuff, because those rats and mice, they're not the healthiest creatures on the planet, and they can bring disease into our plants and our crops, and they can also eat them and damage them. So we got to think about controlling them. A lot of people I know refer to very traditional sort of pellets and all sorts of different poisons and things to control rats and mice, unfortunately, and that's not a good thing. So there's a number of different things that we can do. So those pellets and the poisons and stuff like that are very, very toxic. And you can read the packets and you'll see poison written all over those packets. The long longevity of those things can get into the soil. They're in the ecosystem. They're in the food chain. So rat runs out into your house. They eat one of those poison blocks. They run back out again. They can get eaten by native animals like the barn owls and so on, and unfortunately a few days later that owl will die an incredibly painful death, and that's not what we want. That's not what we're trying to achieve. So what we can do is we can try and look for some different ways to control it. One really good one is coffee. So coffee grounds from espresso, you can get them for free from pretty much any coffee shop, a lot of the places, or just about anywhere that sells espresso coffee. If you ask them, hey mate, can I get a bag of those coffee grounds from you, the used ones, and most people will say yes to that. A lot of these coffee shops, if you look at the way that retail industry works, they actually pay for their waste collection by weight. So you're doing them a favour by taking that coffee off them, and that can help alleviate a lot of the problems that these coffee shops face. So win-win for everyone. Coffee grounds are great for the soil as they break down. They give nutrients into the soil, and the rats and the mice really hate the flavours and the taste of the coffee, so that'll help deter them from your property. Another really good option is chickens. Chickens, believe it or not, can eat mice. So great things to have where you let your chickens sort of roam around the garden, and again, your chickens can get into the mice and they'll help control that population for you. I've seen it myself, chickens eating mice. Quite amazing, but great for the chickens, good for you. So another option, and probably one of the things that a lot of people forget about, is you can build yourself a barn owl nesting box. And I'm going to do this in one of my videos in a couple of weeks' time. If you put a nesting box, it doesn't need to be in a crazy high position. You can build it into the architecture of your home if you're going to build a new home, but most people already have a house. So one of the things you can do is either mount it high up in a tree or something, off a ladder, or you can just put it on your roof somehow. And the barn owls obliterate those mice and rat populations. So if you provide them with a really great place to nest, you'll have a wonderful native animal, and it will come into the nesting box. It'll use the nesting box, it'll breed, because with the deforestation and the urban sprawl, the way it's going, we're losing a lot of those wonderful nesting sites that these lovely birds and so on had. So if we can find ways to help encourage them back into our populations, they can do us the favour of helping to control those pest populations. So great tips there, guys. Let me know what you think. Please leave a comment below. Please support the channel by subscribing, and I'm going to look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you. Well, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please press the like button.
If you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, please feel free to share this video with Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn.
Please leave a comment below. We're looking forward to seeing you in our next video. Until then, keep safe.